Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII Randomizer. Van and the boys are ready, so let's get going. Yeah, currently we are in Jahara, but not for long, because our next destination is the Paramina Rift, more precisely Mount Bura-Amises, because I think story-wise you want to meet the Kiltias, if I'm not too misinformed, so yeah. But yeah, on that way there will be a lot of stuff. Also, I did vent here last time because I wanted to get the Chocobo. Yeah, we got a free Chocobo right here, which I will use right now. Nice music, okay. Yeah, we did already hear that, yeah, okay. But yeah, next station would be Paramina Rift, Mount Bura-Amises, Mount Bura-Amises, and yeah, on that way will be a lot of other stuff as well. Urite Village and the Henne Mines, to be precise. Also no red Chocobo. I don't think he can even spawn it under these conditions currently, so yeah. But yeah, one thing about Chocobos, we can use hidden pathways with Chocobos. Like, just going by foot, we will not be able to use this transition here. And that's also the reason why we get a lot of free Chocobos in this part of the game, because you need to go over here and you can only reach that place via a Chocobo. Also, wasn't there? Yeah, over there. But yeah, we don't have to go to the Henne Mine just yet. We need to go to Urite Village first. Also, I could fight some more enemies here if I wanted to. Look at those guys. Oh yeah, by the way, when you are riding a Chocobo, enemies will not attack you. Look at him. Okay, I guess I can take on some enemies here later if I want to. I know I haven't really explored much of Osmond Plain yet, but then again there's not much of a point. I mean, I could get some items here and there, but I really don't need to right now. And I would much rather prefer to progress in the story, so let's go over here. That should also trigger a cutscene.
I guess this one was a success.
Yep. Yeah, that one was a success. Van, you are right. Dum dum dum. Slow-mo judges. Even crazier than Baywatch. Good, yeah, we can dismount the Chocobo now. Because you cannot take it to Golmore Jungle. Also, yeah, last time also Larsa joined. He might be a very valuable asset because he can also inflict bubble on all party members, which is super strong. So the next few portions of the game should be pretty easy. There should not be much trouble. My goal for today, I have a lot of time today, my goal for today would be to beat the Still Shrine of Miriam. Let's see if I can stick to that plan or not. Almost the right wood here. Golmore Jungle with the Salika wood theme. Totally different atmosphere. Like, I always like when you have like different music and it totally changes the atmosphere of an area. Like normally the music here is gloomy and stuff, fitting for the area here. But the Salika wood is the polar opposite. It's very tranquil, very serene, and not really dangerous at all. But hey. Golmore Jungle, the original theme, by the way, is also like the gateway theme in Dissidia Duodecim. Like that's what makes the Golmore Jungle theme a little bit special in this game. Because it's basically the dungeon theme in Dissidia, which is nice. Also, we got Panthers here. Panthers are basically Quirrells, but weaker. They do not have that much fancy stuff compared to their like stronger brethren, but they still can dish out some damage. They have some nasty tricks up their sleeve. Stone is annoying because, yeah. Because Sep is annoying. There are also some rare game monsters running around here. Like the Midgard snake. What is he called? Midgard Solom or so? I'm never sure what that snake is called, because depending on Final Fantasy game it can have like many different variations like of the name. Like sometimes it's called Midgar Olm, sometimes Midgar Solom, and sometimes Midgar Soma, which is I think the appropriate term. Like I already explained that a little bit last time I think, but enemy names sometimes can vary from Final Fantasy to Final Fantasy, because depending on how the translator translates the names, it can have like slightly different variations of the name. Also the map for Golmore, that's important. And wow, Larsa with the damage here. Larsa with the insane damage output. In any case, I'm not sure if the Midgar Sormor or whatever is in this area or not. I think if I encounter him, he will be around one of those like platforms, bigger platforms. There's also not a 100% chance that he appears, but only like 20% or so. Scourge again. But it does not. Oh, it does not kill. That's good. Also, they seem to use it commonly, and they are apparently weak to. They are also apparently weak to Earth, because both here is dealing absurd amounts of damage. But still, enemies do not have... Oh, confused. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, nice for the heal. Okay, I can heal. Oh, yeah. I should remember that. That is something I should remember, because I have free healing right now. Also, Bubble doesn't not seem to last the longest amount of time. Lars has to reapply it constantly. That's bad for his... That's of course bad for his MP. Also, where are those guys suddenly coming from? Also, the Malboros are not dropping LP again. Can you please shut Lars up? Never mind, he's healed. Okay, thank you. Well done, Larsa. I just wanted to test you. I had no ill intent, sorry. I think also here, either it's this area or this area, I think both, where the Midgar snake can appear, Midgar Zolom, whatever. I'm actually not sure what it's called, I think it's Midgar Sormor. The original Midgar Sormor, of course, the one from Final Fantasy VII, the iconic snake in the swamp. I think in that game, in base Final Fantasy, in original Final Fantasy VII, it was called Midgar Zolom, I think. I think at least in the German version. Like, I'm not sure what it was called in English. I think it might have had a different name. Like, I already explained, different translations, different, like, variations of the name. And also Midgar Sormor, I think, when Final Fantasy VII first came out, was not really, like, that well known, so the translator might not even have known that it is, like, a mythical creature from Norse mythology. So... he might have just, like, translated it whatever. That's also something you need to consider. I think that's also the reason why they renamed the Midgar Zolom to Midgar Sormor in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because it's in line with the mythological creature. Wow. Okay, Malboros seem to be weak against water. Otherwise that would not have dealt that much damage. Also, Larsa with Shades of Black is always so funny. Also, the main Gorge doing a great job, although a lot of the enemies here are also using spells. Can I initiate the cutscene here? No. They do not care about the barrier unless it actually stops them in their tracks. Blocked path, yeah. Yeah, Urite Village, I'm not even sure if it's called Urite Village. I keep calling it Urite Village, but I think it's it's called Iriut village or so. But yeah, the village has some new items for us. Also, did I just pass through the hand? Yeah, I did. Let's take one of those guys on, the tree end. Those guys are once again busy casting a Soon on themselves, which also never fails to amuse me. One tree felled. Also, if I'm able to make it to the point where I said I would go in this session, the Still Shrine of Miriam, then we will also encounter the Elder Worm, which is always an exciting fight in this game. Bent Staff, I think that's nothing you can equip, I think that's a loot. Is it? Maybe? Bent stuff? Check it out. Yeah, must be. Loot? Bent stuff, yeah. I think that's something you can usually get from those guys, maybe? No. Can you? I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so Fren opens the path to her home village. Also, another one of the very important cutscenes in this game is coming up. What was this? Oh, wow, a lot of stuff going on here. Can I wait? Wait a second. There's too much happening right now. Also, the music. Wait, one after another. So when we entered this, there was like this text box of my like dewdrop pebbles that I had, which apparently also takes place inside the cutscene, which is very funny. And then, and then, yeah, the music. So this is a trick I did already hear during. I did already hear during like testing this randomizer. This is the Black Mage Village theme from Final Fantasy IX, and don't ask me why it sounds like as if Tidus is singing that while laughing. Like, I don't know. Is that supposed to be a meme, or is that like some kind of weird conversion for like the Final Fantasy XII sound font or whatever? Like, listen to this. Boy. Yeah, yeah, that really sounds like the iconic Tidus laugh, but he is actually, like, it is made in a way and rearranged that it makes, that he sings the Black Mage Village theme. Like, that also sounds a little bit like if you know, not Final Fantasy, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizers. Like, there are also some, like, tracks that you can shuffle there, and there are also custom tracks for the Ocarina of Time randomizer. Like, and some tracks also sound like this. Like, it's very weird. Like, that's because of the sound font. I'm not sure if Final Fantasy XII even uses a sound font, or if you can just implement, like, whatever you want. I don't think it uses a sound font. I think a sound font is something for, like, older consoles. Not the PS2 anymore, but older consoles where you, like, had to put the instruments, like, on the actual module or cartridge? Module, cartridge, or even CD. Like, this game should not have a sound font, I think. But I'm not sure about that. So this song must be like some kind of like meme or so. Maybe I've missed anything here or not, but yeah, nice song in any case. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened to my pebbles there. I think they are gone. Maybe are they gone? Dewdrop pebbles. It might be that they are gone because yeah, I think I lost them. Yeah, my dewdrop pebbles. Because I think you lose them once you like leave the area here. So yeah, that was also strange. Like very strange stuff going on right now. Yeah, anyways, those are the guys we found inside the Dreadnought Leviathan. And they have like a new shop here right now. Good weapons. Storm Spears, good. Element Fire, on-hit KO. Okay, Element Fire is good because I can inflict oil. And on-hit KO is good in any case. We can also equip the Elfin Bow now, that's also interesting. We also got a new gun, Beetlejuice, which is very nice. Also much stronger. Recurve Crossbow. Yeah, I think I stick with the main gauge for both here. Gaia Rod also is on-hit KO. Also Element Ice, interesting. Can also be equipped by a lot of people. And we got the Storm Staff with on-hit slow is also nice. And we also got equipment here. Wow, we got shielded armor, which is insanely strong. Immune against thunder, ice, water, and shadow damage. Wow. And this is also very nice. Flame shield with equip shell effect is also nice. Good stuff here. We got good stuff here. We got 2 items that reduce XP gains to 0. Also, why do I not let's buy this. I want this. Dude, I really need to leave this area, the music. We also got Slavna and Tandara. We also got Erase Scar, removes all status effects from all foes and... Oh! Erase... Ooh, interesting. Oh, so I assume that this not only... Yeah, this not only, I think, dispels like positive statuses then, but also negative ones, and like makes the enemy basically clean again. That is interesting. So I have like some kind of what is this called? Dispel. I have like a dispel for both sides basically. That's interesting. Multi-target too, that's also good. Sure, let's get this one, let's get this one, and I need to sell stuff again. There's a lot of stuff I want to get here. But I barely have loot. Tyrant Hide is not worth anything. Dude, that part too. Amazing music. Anything else I can sell here? Castellanos maybe. Maybe I need to sell a weapon at this point. Yeah, I think I have to. A piece of armor. But we've got a lot of good stuff. Rubber suit maybe. Immune Earth. I think you can buy those later on, so might be safe to sell it. Here 5 times. Golden armor. Let's go. Headguard. That could also become important at some point. I think I can sell a diamond shield. That should also be fine. Weapon-wise, what do we have weapon-wise? Sapphire Pole. I don't need all 3, I guess. Sirius is okay. I don't need all those daggers. I only need 1. And not even that. Bone of Biplos. I could sell another Bone of Biplos, but I think I have enough money for now. Bazaar goods got something new, but I cannot pay for that. So I wanted this for Bash. Bash has the healing rod equipped, yeah. So that's straight up better. Better, yeah. I got the Elfin Bow already. I want 2 Beetlejuices, I guess. Yeah. I don't want the crossbow, storm staff. Nah. Gaia rod. No, equipment. I have the Bourgogne. Let's buy one of those. No, and shielded armor could also be very nice. Also this, I think. Yeah. Also get 1 flame shield. Nice. Balthea has permanent shell now. That's very good. We can buy shielded armor later. We can also find it in Paramina Rift. I don't have to buy that. I recall that. Like, because last time I did play this game, I did buy shielded armor and I regretted it because I found shielded armor in Paramina. So I'm not getting that one, and I think otherwise I'm fine. Also, it's got this crap here. I never use it, but why not? I think it's also time I check the license port again, yeah. You can at some point access race. Yeah, I want to race. That becomes more important. Ignore evasion is also nice. Is there anything else I wanted to get for you? I think the other board has augments. Yeah, I wanted to get this LP boost, of course. But that's so costly. That's the problem. I'm gonna go for a race for now because I think that's the more important stuff. I cannot even buy it. Okay. Well, here you can. No, you're a few points away from double LP. Okay, you save. Fren, what was it that you can get here? You can also get double LP, but that's far away. What was I working on here? Shields would be good for you. Are there any shields for you, Thundara? Deathbringer. I don't think you can get any shields. Oh, wait a second, over here. A round shield. Better than nothing, I guess. Oh, Shopper could be nice for you. Also, better weapons down there. Yeah, and I can also get this one. Okay, good. Nice. You cannot buy anything anymore. Soldier's cap. What is it that I wanted to do with Bash again? You can get Rechenga. That can be nice if I have Sep on my group. Last stand was increased defense when critical. Armlet. Libra. I need Libra. Okay, you make your way down here. Also, is Spear so good, so late game, that I do not have it yet? Or did I simply never buy it? I think I never bought it. Main Gosh too, that's also very good. I might be even interested in using the Main Gosh in late game. Even though you progressively encounter more enemies that have... Let's get this. That have the Ignore Evasion status. Augment. You could get more guns. More guns would be appreciated. You don't need to have access to, you know what, double LP, right? I don't think you need to get that because you don't have any board that is specialized. Yes, you can. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you don't have a board that is specialized in augments, but I think this one has. Also, race over here. Pouch 2. I'm gonna get this one. Takes me one step closer to both. Okay, Penelope needs more armor, and that is always her weakness. You get some guns first. Sneaker, yeah, why not? Gravity focus. What is focus? Increases strength. Oh, I was gonna say. I thought that was something that replenishes MP, like this. Cure, slow, protect. Later, later. Not enough license points, okay. Okay, so far so good. Equipment, you only have, like, a serious as good weapon, right? Musk stick, Partisan. I think I just unlocked that, maybe? I think you're fine. Guns are too good. Guns are way too good. Chaperon is too strong, that sword's not what I want. 2 points off, magic resist. Scale armor. Why do you not have equipped... Why did you not equip scale armor? Also, what was the... No, what was it? Chainmail. Yeah, Penel has that one. I was gonna say. You used to have something else. Scale armor, of course, is better, so yeah. Balthier sticks to main gauge with flame shield, should make him pretty strong. Anything else here? No, only the same old stuff. HP is full. It's full HP. HP critical. I think Orakia Armlet is good. You don't have a bed. You have the shopper. Yeah, I guess then we stick to the shopper. Now you get the bow. Yeah, the bow is very strong. With lightning arrows that are actually element earth. That is okay. Now you get this. Reduces strength and magic power by a lot. Nah. You need accessories. Friend, you need accessories. The Storm Spear is okay. You cannot equip something in the offhand. Golden Armor is okay. And Firefly, yeah, okay. You get the Beetlejuice. Stone Shot is okay. What kind of upgrade is this? 10 points, so that should be very good. Also, I still think that the elemental and on hit effects do not apply to guns because they rather use the ammunition's properties. So that doesn't really matter. So that should not decrease my damage suddenly because I do not hit for elemental arrow weakness anymore. That's not better. Golden armor is already good. But you can also equip this or that. Nah. O-line sash is also okay. And you don't need that, okay. Penelo gets a huge upgrade here, yeah. That's very nice. Also, you still don't have a helm. Okay, and the Nethicite is also okay. Good, okay. I'm still just sticking to the normal, like, attack gambits here. Here, you can reach and if an ally is sapped, not oiled, sapped, because that's annoying. Also, anything else? Arrow Berserk. Yeah, very situational here. D-Wall, nah. Yeah, all of that stuff is for like specific situations that I do not like commonly encounter. You can use Scarth if you wanted to. You can also do ally, Sep, and then you use Rechenga. Okay. Race. No, you don't. No, he does not have race just yet. Was thinking of Van. Okay, and here's also yeah, everything fine. Okay. Okay. Let's do what I actually wanted to do here. Dub, 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 dub. Yeah, those Vieira are confused. They are wondering where's this noise, this music coming from. I also like that the one like guard Vieira there is ready to attack. Like good gesturing here. Yeah, anyways, this is Ariod Village. Not much else here I can do right now or want to do other than progressing the story. There are some items you can pick up here though, like an ether. I think there's also a spell here somewhere around here, or something unique as far as I can recall. I think over here somewhere. Nope. But there was something. Something was here. Somewhere, anywhere. Maybe. No, there is definitely something here. But first off, cutscene. Over here, yeah. I think that's normally haste or so. Never. Okay. Okay. Good call. I think no one can use haste. Not at the moment, I think. Haste. You already got a lot of spells. I'm just noticing. Okay. But yeah, our next destination now is to go into Henne Mines and pick up Mjörn. Because Mjörn is missing. And being one of Friend's sisters, of course, she is interested in helping her. Also important cutscene right now. I'm gonna let this play out. Even better with the music.
Not bad, Vaughn. Didn't think we'd get any information out of that one. So then, what was she saying about men in a warren?
The Henne Magicite mines. Maybe that's what she meant. They lie in Bangkok.
Van already thinking here.
The entire region is a colony of the Arcadian Empire.
I also like how Penelope in most cutscene is just like background character.
Fran.
What's coming up?
Yes?
Coming up?
I was wondering what Yote said, you know? About how you said the same thing 50 years ago?
Your point?
How old were you again?
I like how everyone just...
Nice fun.
Surprisingly rude.
Try to grow up, please.
Okay, suddenly good night music. Good. Well, that's it for you, Van. You're out of it. Would have been funny if like a very goofy jingle would have played. Or so. So, yeah, Van absolutely blew it. But yeah, very important cutscene there. Certified Van moment. Also, let's go with, yeah, Fren of course, because why not? And Bash leads. Bash not only lives, he also leads. So yeah, right now we need to go all the way back to Osmond Plain, and from there we can enter Henne Mines. So let's see if Bash can land some nice KOs here. I think that was one, because no damage number. Also, is it? I think it's Ash here. Yeah, with Stone Shot. Yeah, oil. It's a very powerful combination right now. Would be even more powerful if Bash had fire proficiency. But I don't think I have anything like that. Fren also dealing good damage, 1000 plus. I think that's also the damage, like, threshold now, or damage, like, range I can comfortably use the Euclid's Sextant. But dude, I'm already strong as is, so... Confused. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, he's immune against KO, nice. Or is it fire? Is it fire or confuse? Fire or KO, Fire, okay. Good, I think the KO effect can still, like, trigger. So he is not immune against, like, potential KOing himself. Nice, that was a KO. Also, maybe I can find the Midgar or something here. Also, one thing about the Pentars, normally when you are here, the Pentars drop very nice loot that you can sell. Not in this randomizer though, so not much point in like farming them right now, other for XP and stuff. Also, it's very fascinating in this game that the Malboros are so small. Clawing Breath could be dangerous because of multiple statuses. But yeah, Malboros in this game are kind of tiny compared to their normal counterparts. And I think that's a nice take. Like I like it when they change some things up across the franchise. Like Malboros do not have to be big in this game. And Cactites and Cactuars in this are Cactites and stuff. Okay, that's nice. Now I'm not searching for the rare game here. Not doing that, sorry. Oh, Blaster. Nah, only good damage, okay. Only good damage, nothing to fear. Seeing Scourge, one thing I always find strange about this game are the magics. Like, one obvious candidate for like strange magics is that like water exists, but that's the only water spell. Like there's no Waterer, Watergar. Even though those like elemental variants have already been established, because Final Fantasy X at least has those. And I think Final Fantasy X is the first one that includes the water line of spells. But yeah, other weird things are Shock, Scourge, and Scarth, all of which are non-elemental, like strong magics. And Flare too. Flare, there's also Flare, yeah. Like those four are basically all incorporated the same, but like Scarth is the best one and hits multiple targets. And like I think Scourge, yeah, inflicts Sepe usually. And yeah, Shock is basically pointless because you can use Flare instead. Although Flare of course has a longer animation, so that might be it. But yeah, currently I'm giving an Imperial here a potion because they are wounded. Something transpired in Henne Mines. Because we want to go there, so of course something happened there at that very instant. But yeah, giving this guy a potion, in turn we get a Chocobo, a free Chocobo right again. I haven't fought one of those guys, but I have my Chocobo right now. Also, the Chocobo's theme, I already mentioned that, I think, but I think it's Final Fantasy 15. It sounds like it. It's like more like orchestra, like more orchestra and less like full-on like musician or so. Like there's a lot more like stuff going on there. Ether. I think I should have a good stock of ethers by now. Also, wait a moment. Okay, yeah, I was wondering. You need to get out of this. What happens if you don't have Giselle Greens? But this guy is just lets you ride him without having Having Gissel Greens, okay. Because normally when you encounter Wild Chocobo in this game, you need to feed them 1 Gissel Greens and then you can ride them. But yeah, for this guy, obviously the exception, because otherwise you might get softlocked here. If you don't have teleport stones, don't have Gissel Greens, and yeah, then you would be screwed here. Also new music and new area. Oh, that's the prologue music in Albina. Ah, fitting. Actually fitting. Normally, Henne Mines has a very, like, actually common, I would say common mine theme. It has this, like, a lot of mine themes have this dup 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 going on, if you know what I mean. Henne Mines too. I wonder if that's like based on something or so. There must be, because a lot of mine tricks I have heard have like this like progression of music. But I wonder what the origin is. If only we could open this gate, then we could go straight to the boss, but nope. We have those dangerous rooms here with the flens raining from above. That could be interesting. Like, otherwise, based on my current strength, I wouldn't say there's too much like crazy stuff going on. Also, I missed a switchboard somewhere. Did I? Where is it? It's not you, you're just a node. Was it over here? There it is. And red, and that opens gates and closes other ones. Like, that's the gimmick of this area. You have to be considerate what gates you open, which one you close, and so on and so forth. It's not the deepest gimmick and does not involve any heavy puzzling, but it is nice for what it is. Like, that's also like a very good like thin line you need to thread when you develop a game like this. You need to find like the perfect gap between like actual puzzles for areas and without like it intruding the normal gameplay too much. Also, I'm going the right way, which in my book is the wrong way right now. Push also just one-shotting everything. Yeah, we are definitely not like in a difficult spot right now. Also those guys, jellies. So this could be dangerous. They are also immune, not immune, but they also heavily reduce what is it? Ash's gun damage. And wow, Lars are just casually dealing almost 7,000 damage. Yeah, those guys, are they still weak against? I guess they must be still weak against fire then. Or did I just oil him? Could also be the case. Speaking of oil, another fun fact for oil this time around. Oil is commonly used in speedruns because it is a very easy and effective way to increase damage if you have like fire elemental attacks at your disposal. I think what oil does is it increases fire damage against the inflicted like a unit by like ×3, I think. Also, what is happening here? I have never seen like this conference of bets here. Also, one thing I noticed is that apparently a lot of magic here is single targets. Interesting. Like, none of Larsa's spell here did hit multiple targets. Also, that's the map. Self-sacrifice? Oh no, that's like kamikaze, yeah. Like, the bats are starting this trend too, and they also start to use, like, sacrifice attacks. Desperation sacrifice attacks, which, when they execute them, does not give any rewards for you. Nice KO effect. Also here, nice game design. They want to lure you to the switchboard by placing some flowers here, because those contrast with the wall and stuff. That's clever. Like, that's a subtle game design. Also near the soldier here. And there's also some flowers over here, but those are also... there's also a cone of light here, so I think that's done on purpose. Might be. What's my level at this stage? I think my level at this stage is not too high. Also, is it just me, or is there an exceedingly huge amount of bats here? What are all those bats? It should normally not be that many. Also, thank you for reverse, whoever did that. Also, where's that one bat going? That's another thing enemies like to do in this randomizer. They have this sudden urge to flee. Also reverse for Larsa, thank you. Nice. I wonder, the treasure just healed me, of course, but I wonder if Larsa took damage instead. If not, then that's one of the few things that ignores reverse. Too bad, I wanted to see the damage, but then he just went, okay, I trigger KO. KO on the spear here also apparently is not too low. Might be similar to the healing rod, so yeah, it is indeed quite the straight upgrade compared to the healing rod. Yeah, enemies really need to step up their game if they want to overcome me. Music also goes pretty well with this area. Like, I would not be surprised if one told me that this was the original theme or so of Henne Mines. Also, why is Ash blinded and no one does something about it? What was that? Some kind of weird bang? It annoys me a little bit that I get so many gambits from enemies. Maybe it is really time to like get those monographs. Like I really should get them. Maybe then I get better drops. Nightmare. Not Nightmare in Dreamland, but Nightmare in Henne Mines. Ancient Turtle Shell. We start to get some, like, real sellable stuff. Like some real loot. 37 good. I think there's some nice stuff you can pick up here and there. Of course, the truly nice stuff is in the later sections of Henne Mines. But that's heavy late game, like deep into late game. Also, my favorite again, Gilbug traps. Nice. I'm not sure how the Gilbug traps work, but I think it depends on your level. If your level is high, you lose more gil or so. 26 gil. Let's just say it's your level times 100, that many gil you lose. Could actually be the case. That would be 2,200 for Bush right now. Thank you for not teleporting. I hope the next boss can be oiled. That would be fun. Also, since the oil status exists, that makes fire weapons in general stronger than other ones. Also, what was here? Oh, over there. 336 might imply that there was something good in there. More nightmares. Fast, engage it before it can teleport. Teleporting enemies are always annoying, because while they teleport, they have iframes, and those iframes, I tell you, last a long time. Like a really long time. Of course, a good thing about those teleport enemies is that you can... Like, it's very easy to, like zone farm them, which is, like, the thing with like killing an enemy near a zone transition, leaving it before the XP/LP amount shows up, and re-entering the area so the enemy is not technically dead. Like, there are a lot of those... Not a lot of teleport enemies use that like strategy, that exploit. Or you can do it with a lot of those teleport enemies. Like Xeavin is a good example. That was important in the original game, in the original version of Final Fantasy XII. The rare game Xeavin, because that was the only enemy in the game that had the... You could get the Grand Armor from. Like in the Zodiac in the Zodiac version, you have like a different... You have different methods of obtaining those pieces of equipment. But back in the original, getting like a Grand Armor, for example, was very difficult. Very difficult. I actually managed to get it back in the day. I actually am kind of surprised by that fact, because it was absolutely tedious. And the Grand Armor is not even that good. I think the Maximilian is much better. Of course, that does not have to be the case in this randomizer, but still. I'm just getting guilt from the treasures here. Like Grand Henne 2 was absolutely a pain to get, because that item you only get from a rare game in the Pharaohs. And at the very top, and there are very wacky strategies where you can build up a chain and like maintain it. Like, it's absolutely wild how to do that. Like, you need this wall, you need to build up like a chain in most foreign highways, and then you go all the way to the top of the Pharaohs, and then you start farming that guy. And then once you kill him, you have to do like a very complicated procedure to get back to him again and make him spawn again. Like, that's super tedious. But like the strats used for like farming him is super impressive. It basically abuses every mechanic in the game to full extent. The Shikari, whatever it's called, the strongest dagger, is also one of those items that like you can farm with a lot of finesse and a lot of like strange strategies, which involves killing enemies with, I think, stone or sap, so that it does not break the chain and stuff. Like, absolutely wild stuff people have come up with for farming in this game. There are also multiple, for the original version, multiple RNG guides for getting the Zodiac spear from the chest here. Like, absolutely crazy stuff what the Final Fantasy XII community has come up with. Also, this guy, Tyrannosaurus. Tyrannosaurus is also a very interesting enemy. He's basically the first boss kind of the game, because back in the demo of this game, there was a demo disc for this, which, I don't know, came with maybe Final Fantasy X-2 or so. Maybe with Final Fantasy X-2 demo disc for Final Fantasy XII also released. Or maybe a different Square game. In any case, there was a demo of this game, and like in that demo you had like either the choice to play a section of in Phone Coast, and in Phone Coast you had to like kill a specific amount of enemies, then the Tyrannovox would spawn as like a boss fight. Like very interesting stuff. Like also those enemies in Phone Coast are absolutely not enemies that actually appear in Phone Coast. But yeah, that's a fun story. That also makes Phone Coast a much more interesting place. Because in this game, like I think Phone Coast is the only area in the game I would call like underutilized. Because Phone Coast really does not have much going on for itself. Or at least it could have more going on. But at least it has like the story of the demo going on there. That it is actually an important part of the Final Fantasy XII demo. Did I just get 1,000 needles? Did I just read that right? I think I just got 1,000 needles. The technique. But yeah, there's also something else you could play in the demo. Like you had different like options. And Phone Coast was just one thing. I think Phone Coast was like the combat portion of the demo, and there was also an exploration portion, which I think took place in Giza? Might be. Then again, I'm also sure there was a third option for like playing, like a third scenario for playing there. But yeah, I never played the Final Fantasy XII demo. I think it's also Japanese exclusive or so. In any case, I did not have it. I wanted to check if I got 1,000 needles. No, I just misread that. Oh yeah, I got Bone Crusher, also a completely useless technique. The techniques in this game are also kind of underwhelming, like Phone Coast. Like Phone Coast is also sad because it has no hunts. And like it really has nothing special. It's a giant area, but like nothing really going for it. I always think they could have done more with it. At the same time, it also makes sense though, because the hunters are in that area, so it makes sense that there are no hunts there, because those hunters already should have taken care of it. Like that's also something I can appreciate, and that like by that it makes sense basically. By having that fact basically by being that way it makes sense. Okay, it's almost boss time. We are close to the boss. Also the constant reverse is very nice. Oh yeah, but Fran of course does not like fun, so she gets rid of my reverse. I keep forgetting that Basuna cures reverse in this. Doesn't Asuna cure reverse too? I'm not sure. Well yeah, that's obviously a conflict here. Okay, very important room. A lot of enemies coming up. I should switch out. I cannot switch out Ash. I wanted to switch out Ash because she has guns, but I think all the other party members I could instead like switch in also have guns. So, like my only weakness right now. Oh, is he gonna steep all of them? That's nice. Like that's the usual level farming strat in this game, but with the Flens instead. Also, oh nice, multi-target. Does someone else have something that targets all enemies? Arrow. Don't think that's stronger, but let's try. Absolutely not. Friend maybe? Sleep got poison. Nah. The Flens have a weird sleeping animation. nice. Getting some more level ups. More antidote is also nice. Get lasered. Oh no, confused. Okay. You can see how many of those guys are spawning here. We are still not done. The problem now is that basically everyone is blinded. Not basically, everyone is blinded. Also, yeah, that's also something they can do. They can split into kind of like liches in Tomb of Wraithwall. But here there's no exotic monster appearing. At least not via that method. I think there's an exotic monster that can spawn here, but only once you talk to the Foam Coast guys, and also only to, like, I don't know, 50% or so when you activate the switchboard. Like, the rare game is an exotic hacked ice variant. Wow, get washed, okay. I should really get rid of the blind status. Oh, Larsa is berserked. And that is a small problem because my guys cannot really hit right now. And Larsa is the only one that uses magic. Mean combination here. Blind and berserk. Larsa also carries two weapons. The first one is Joyeuse, and the other one is what is it called again? Like all the guests' weapons also have names. Like you can find that data like inside, like among other game data. And yeah, for Larsa it's the Joyeuse, it's his sword, and the other thing I'm not sure about. Like the small dagger thing, whatever that is. But it has a name. I think the most prominent enemy... Oh, yeah, also enemies also have like names. Also, enemy weapons also have names at times. But yeah, the most common is probably Gabron's weapons, which are called Chaos Blade and Highway Star. And Foster had the Nightmare, for example. Redas has the Shirogiraden, which is a nice reference to Final Fantasy Tactics, because that's a skill there, and also a katana, if I'm not mistaken. I think in Final Fantasy Tactics you use like the katanas, like you use also abilities based on the katanas. Like that's what a samurai does. And so I think it, like the skill Shirogiraden exists, and so does the weapon.